I used to be in my feelings, then I turned up and got a spot. I can't say how much I made in that bitch, I just know it was a lot. I don't care no more if she love me for real, long as she love my knot. They say, Unc, you hitting them with too much drip. I know I got a mop. I put my flow in the microwave, I know I got to blow, now it's hot. I was way too far ahead of my time, I had to slow down and stop. Before I pull up to the honeycomb, I got to go round the block. Looking in blind spots for any nigga think he on the low trying to plot. Go ahead.
Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Hankin TV, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's my boy. He put dope content over there.
What's up? Well, it's your boy JT. If I say I done it, I did it. Thank y'all, man, for tuning in to Hankin TV tonight. Tonight I got the infamous Miss Sylvia. I'm gonna be introducing her, y'all. I'm gonna be introducing her to y'all in a minute. She's gonna be telling us about her channel, what she got going on, and then her different experiences during the court trial she's been in. So that should be pretty dope for us, you know what I'm saying? Especially what we got all going on right now with the YSL situation. So she's gonna bring us up to speed on that. And tonight, of course, at 9 o'clock, I got my guy Jason Hampton in the house. He just dropped this new animated movie called F Child Support and streaming free on Tubi. Go check it out. It just dropped a few days ago, and it's already like in the top 3 to 5 streaming movies on Tubi. So he gonna come through tonight, tell us about that. He also got another movie out called Got My Hustle Up. So he gonna be telling us about that, and also he gonna be telling us about his upcoming projects. That's gonna be tonight at 9 o'clock. And then of course everybody know I'm on that plane tomorrow to Dallas. Hit this party with the original Hot Boy Terrence Gangster Williams. So I'm definitely gonna be bringing y'all that footage. Okay, y'all, we got Miss infamous Sylvia here now. If you can you go ahead and introduce yourself, please?
Hello, everybody. My name is Sylvia, and my channel is Infamous Sylvia. I am a blogger, aka journalist, and all of the above. Well, my new title now is trial vlogger. Trial vlogger.
Right, because I was going to ask you, the title wasn't considered a trial vlogger.
Vlogger.
So basically, what all do you cover on your channel?
I cover lifestyle living. I cover all different, mostly celebrity court cases, federal as well as state, local if it's in Georgia, but mostly federal if it's in other states. But a lot of celebrity. I've covered Cardi B. I've covered R. Kelly's cases, both the New York and the Chicago, the Illinois case, and now I'm covering Young Thug.
So you located in Atlanta?
I am in Atlanta. Yes, I am.
Okay, so how did you get into doing trial blogging?
The court system is something that I really, really enjoy. I always wanted to be a lawyer when I was younger, but then I thought about this thesis and the long paper writing, and I was like, never mind. So I got the closest thing to being a lawyer, being in a court, giving the information on what's happening. But one of the main reason I do it because main media, they put one side. They don't tell you the whole truth. They only tell you one side of it. If they want someone to look bad, they're going to zoom in and give you the negative part of the person. I want to give you the whole picture of what's happening in trial.
Right. Well, I did 15 years in prison myself. I did 10 of them years straight. So I kind of got a sense of the justice system. I definitely know how it is. And that's kind of what had drew me to your channel, because I seen you was going to the trials. And then at the end of the day, you'll give your side of it. So what was the first trial you attended?
The R. Kelly trial. It was in New York City.
So what was like the temperament like being in that trial due to it being R. Kelly and all the things that was going around and all the stuff that was circulating about him?
Well, because it was during COVID, it was restricted amount of people that was allowed in the courtroom. They only allowed 8 public participant, and the rest was news people. So it was interesting. It was interesting because it was the first time I've ever been on in the overflow of a courtroom. I've always been inside the courtroom, because when I used to go just visiting different courts and just sitting there, just hearing what court cases was about. But this one was a little different, especially with the COVID situation. So, but the temperament of he had a lot of fans that were not able to be there. And it was a good experience. It was unfair, but it was a good experience.
So you say it was so you agree? You say it was an unfair trial?
Yeah, because he was charged with a RICO, and he was the only one on trial for that. And a RICO is supposed to be more than one person.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. How can you just charge one person on a RICO?
Yeah, and some of the stuff, like there was things like text messages that was suppressed and all this kind of stuff, and the whole truth did not come out in that trial.
Okay. I want to shout out the people out that's coming over from your channel viewing. I want to thank y'all for coming through. Just to give y'all a chance to learn about Hankin TV, and then hear a little bit more about Sylvia. So I've noticed on some of your videos, you've been advocating for R. Kelly and stuff like that. If people want to reach out to him or help in any type of way, how could they do that?
As far as what, financially, because that's always needed. I have his address. If you wanted that, I can get you that information.
I mean, basically, whatever, financial, letters, whatever. But yeah, you can give it to me. I'm gonna put it out. What I do, I'll put it.
Yeah, let me get it for you so I can have it for you. Hold on a second. Just 1 second. Is Kim in here? One of my Lady Coltrane. Do you happen to have the information? Oh, she probably won't be able to put it in. Let me get it for you. Hold on. Just 1 second. I'm gonna put it on the inside, and you could put it on the outside.
Okay. And that's that's kind of crazy when a person can see the corruptness and the unfairness from the outside, just being a spectator. So you can imagine how the actual defendant feels.
Yeah. I believe he was railroaded. I believe, and the thing is, I used to believe in the justice system, but now, because I've seen a lot of things, I see it being very tainted. It's whatever they want to do with you, that's what happened.
Right. And so the next trial you attended after that one was, which one was the Cardi B?
Cardi B. I did the Cardi B, which was a civil case. It was Cardi B suing Tasha K, a blogger who was putting defamation statements and doing all kinds of craziness and not taking it back. Cardi B asked her several times to retract what she was saying and remove those things. She refused, and so she took her to court.
Yeah, I was keeping up with that story also myself, and even after it was over, and Tasha K had lost, she had still refused to take it down for a while.
Yeah, she was defiant.
Yeah, she was. She definitely was. So how was it being inside of that trial?
That one was because it wasn't a criminal type of thing. It was more relaxing. It wasn't a lot of people in the courtroom, and I had an opportunity to see how the system worked as far as the civil side. It was pleasant. I got a chance to really have a close interaction with Cardi B.
Okay, and then comparing it to the R. Kelly trial, where you could be just from the outside and sense the unfairness, how did you feel like the balance was and the feeling was during the Cardi B trial? Was it like you knew Tasha K was gonna lose, and she had done, she had really I'm not gonna really say invaded her privacy, but spread false rumors about him?
I felt that she was going to win because everything that was stacked against Tasha K. But with R. Kelly, I couldn't believe that they came out with the verdict that they had, with all the inconsistencies and then videos that was allowed that shouldn't have been allowed. There was different case laws was changed, where they tried to do it to fit the agenda of what they wanted,
So in that case, how many actual witnesses did he have that testified against him?
I think it was about 40 something. It was 40 something. I don't remember exact number, but I think it was about 40 something.
And would you agree? Could you think you could agree that for the majority of them, you could tell that they maybe was lying or may have been coerced?
Yeah, because quite the main star witnesses, the government vetted them and they had them hours and hours just grilling them and helping them to be ready for the testimony. Because I mean, it was weeks. In fact, the main one that they used for her as a main witness, which Jane Doe number 5, that particular person was just like weeks of preparation. And even when she got on the stand, she was still messing up, and they would kind of like guide her and help her to remember what she was supposed to say, type of thing.
Right. So all of those things was happening, and you seen them. Do you think R. Kelly's lawyer did a good job at addressing them?
The two lawyers that was there originally, those two lawyers I felt did a terrible job. The reason why I say that, because they did not bring forth a lot of information that was given to them, right? The other two were new lawyers who just came on like a couple of months before the trial started. They didn't even get enough information that would help to overturn the case. But from the information and what they did, I think they did an excellent job to have a good appeal, to be in good position for appeal. Now, one of the things that one of the female lawyer did in her opening argument, she made a comment that if you will find I guess her client guilty. I'm sorry, not guilty. She flipped and said guilty instead of saying not guilty on it. So that was a problem.
So you do agree. So you say you do agree they did a good job for setting him up for an appeal.
Not the first two lawyers.
Right.
The two guys that was in, they did a good job with setting it up for appeal. They put a lot of question. They made it very appealable.
So where's the appeal process at now?
In fact, the briefing, they have given an extension. The briefing is on March 9th, 2023, and it's in the Second Circuit Court of New York.
So has he even went to trial for the Chicago? Has the Chicago trial started even yet?
The federal charge has started and it's over, but the state, they're supposed to be dropping it, but I don't know if the state attorney, she's dragging her feet. They really don't have anything now. I guess they was waiting for that Surviving R. Kelly Part 3 to come out to see if they have something to get a bite so they come after him, but I doubt it. So they're just gonna have to let him go. And that trial, the hearing is supposed to be next week on the 18th. I don't know if it's changed, but that's what it is so far.
And it's crazy to even think that they would even rely on the Part 3 or even the Part 2 versus how I'll say corrupt and tainted the first one was.
Yeah, definitely, because they did those actresses, not victim, but actresses, they told a lot of lies. They never was vetted with the information that they had. Nothing fit. It wasn't right. And I don't understand how they were allowed. First they did that part, and then they turn around and request for victims. They put a hotline out there for them to get victims to be called upon. So it was crazy.
Okay, so now by being a New York case, a Chicago federal case, as well as a state case, when the appeal process and stuff go through, do you think it's really like a trap, really, where he can't get out of it?
What do you mean?
You got to face New York. Okay, right now we're waiting on the New York appeal,
so which I believe is very strong. He's going to win.
Okay, now that's what I'm saying. When he beat that, do you think like the state charge in Chicago is something like a safety net for him to keep him in there?
Well, I don't know about safety net because the judge already told them they have to come up with a solution. So, a safety nets for the state? Are you saying?
Yeah, for the state, for the system, period. Okay, let me give you a bare example. Okay, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Go to trial in Chicago, in New York. Go to his appeal trial. Beat that. So now you still got that state case in Chicago. So since you beat New York, we got this state case in Chicago, and we're gonna sink you on this one.
Mm-hmm.
But however, you already answered that because you just said the judge told them they had to hurry up and come up with something.
Yeah. Yeah. They have a deadline.
Right. So far as with that type of situation, I don't really want to get into too much of that, but it's kind of like iffy. So not saying like iffy far as if he did it or not, but I'm talking about other people's perception because of what it was. What do you think would be the temperature in people's attitude if he was to come home?
I think a lot of people will be in agreement because they see the injustice that was done to him. At first, when it first happened with the first case, people was shocked. Like, okay, how did he get a RICO and how did they convict him on that, right? And then the second trial, it became an overkill. That's what people see now. It's like, okay, come on, that's enough. Y'all got 30 years out of this guy. Why keep doing this? They should have threw all the rest out. So I think people are seeing what the angle of what the government was doing, why they wanted him. They wanted him. They were doing it by all means necessary. They were giving free housing. They were giving all kinds of little treats for these people to lie.
Right.
Yeah.
The other day on your channel, I was kind of in and out when you had when they did the phone call.
Yeah, the phone call. Mm-hmm.
So how is he doing? How's his spirits and stuff?
He's very optimistic. He's very hopeful. He's very hopeful. But he also wants his word out in regarding to what happened to him. He wants answers. He wants the individual who gave the information to Tasha K to be revealed. He's adamant and he wants that to be out. And it's like he's I guess he's tired of trying to tell people to do this or like help me. He's like, now I want to help myself. So he's helping himself now. He's not relying on anyone else since since he has been railroaded, and it's like, come on, I got to get out. So
here we go with Tasha K again. And I remember watching her channel where she was exposing money and phone calls and stuff like that. And the phone calls, that's really private, the stuff that really wasn't supposed to be exposed. So with the stuff that's going on with her doing stuff like that, and also other bloggers, what do you think? Do you think they're going to try to put some type of restraint on, content creators and stuff like that when it comes to court cases?
They're going to have to, because some of these people are going way overboard. They're going where, and they're stepping into places that they're not supposed to be. They're violating a lot of rights of individuals, and it's not right. Whether or not they're in jail or wherever they are, it is not your right to invade in their privacy. And that was a private matter. If it was public, that means all of us would have been able to get it, but we weren't able. It was in the system. Now it's okay for the people at the jail to be able to hear and listen because that's their job to do that. But for somebody outside to take it and then invade his privacy, that's not, it shouldn't be done. So I definitely think there's going to be some restriction put out. If somebody's going to do something really, really bad, and somebody in Congress or a state representative going to take it and just put out a bill about it eventually.
Right. And also what it does, I do believe what it does is it will give the authorities in the courts an idea. They might not have nothing, and they give them a false idea, and then we give them an idea of something that's false, and they'll run with it and build a case, just like for instance in that.
Yeah, and that's what they've been doing. A lot of cases are now is being tried based on what the social media has in it. All the information that people put out, whether it's lies or truth or whatever, they're using those as evidence for their cases.
Right. And then, how do you feel about? Do you think they should be? We're gonna use Young Thug as an example. What do you think about them using social media and rap lyrics in a trial?
I think
Let me separate them. I'm just gonna start with the rap lyrics
okay,
because we know rap lyrics. A lot of them are over exaggerated. So
definitely,
that's what we do
definitely.
versus social media. Because social media be sometimes real.
Yeah, rap lyrics is expression of, it's an artistic expression of how you feel. You could be feeling terrible one day. You might say, I want to die, and all of a sudden you have a song saying, somebody kill my spirit. That doesn't mean somebody actually kill your spirit. It's just that how you feel, and you expressing your way, your feelings that way. So people can misconstrue art of expression for something else, and that's not, I don't feel it's right at all. I don't feel it, because that means you need to go down and get every type of music genre and analyze every single one of them, charge each one for what they saying, because they had honky songs, like country songs saying they shoot this person, shot this person, and they didn't actually do it, but it was in the song. So if you're going to do that, I feel it's an attack on Black art, Black music, Black art. That's what it's all about. Right. And Black men.
And to answer Powerful's question, no, they aren't allowed to listen to your calls with your attorney or your visits. All that is supposed to be private. So no, they're definitely not allowed to listen to them. But however, they can listen to your phone calls, but not with your lawyer, not with your attorney.
Yeah, because even with Cardi, not Cardi B, Young Thug's wanted his co-defendant, they played this whole recording of his phone conversation with his girlfriend while we were in trial. But that's because it was in a secure court system, But if it was, they couldn't just pull it out and just send it out to somebody in the street. That's not what it's for.
So by you being in the trial, it was an issue that had occurred where when the prosecutor had made a statement saying that all she wanted was the leader, which was meaning Thug. Mm-hmm. They were supposed to have stopped cameras and stuff coming in there. How did the judge react to that?
His reaction came afterwards, so I don't know how I know he made some changes to how they stream. They don't do live stream anymore. They do like a lot of editing and then send it out, and then they send it out as a feed to all the different outlets. So he's very secure with that type of thing, because he doesn't want anything else happening like that. And then there were people calling him on the phone while the live feed was going on as well.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So while you attending the Young Thug, while you attending the Young Thug trial, have you went ahead and researched it?
I have been researching. I'm still not educated, and I don't know, because I'm not a rap song person. I don't listen to that type of music. But I'm researching. I even pulled down the lyrics, some of the lyrics, trying to decipher the lyrics that's on there. And I'm learning a lot about the person, the music, and all that's going on while they all interact, putting it all together. So I'm not there yet. I'm still learning.
Okay, so versus being an R. Kelly trial where you could see the unfairness and stuff like that, are you also witnessing stuff like that in the Young Thug trial?
Yeah, public. If they trying them in public arena instead of in the court system, they have an unfair advantage. They're putting so much negativity out first before the trial actually starts. And that's what happened with R. Kelly. They had that Surviving R. Kelly. They had all these different big bloggers saying different things. They had the main media. I mean, they had a lot of things. They even scrutinized us as content creators and not paying us if we put R. Kelly name in our description, or even put something about him. They'll demonetize us. So it discouraged people from even trying to bring the injustice out. And they're doing the same thing right now with Young Thug, because all over the place. And I'm going to be totally honest. I went into the newsroom area and I got ready to go in. The red tape that I had to go through to be able to be in the courtroom and things like that has been very, 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 very hard. And a lot of it, I think, is because of my skin color as well. And I'm not trying to put the race card out there, but that's what it is. And we need to have some faces like that look like us in the courtrooms
Right.
and giving out what the facts are, not based on our opinion, our feeling. That's why I don't have any feelings in regard to this case. You know, I'm not as close as I was with R. Kelly because I actually met Mr. Kelly. But with Young Thug, I don't know him or anything like that. I'm just reporting exactly what's happening in the courtroom on both sides, you know.
Right. And either if a person did it or didn't, it's about fair trial, and right is right and wrong is wrong.
Yeah, and the thing is, people got to understand, before a trial, a person is innocent, regardless of how you feel about them. And it has to be proven in the court of law that they are guilty. You know, the verdict, once that verdict comes out, that's when you can say, okay. But even then, you got to be careful because some of these verdicts, I feel they've been manipulated by the system already. They have paid, and I don't have proof of it, but allegedly they have individuals on the juries who had already had their mind made up based on what they have already seen, like the survivor in R. Kelly or any kind of social media, and they tell them don't look at social media, but I guarantee you they pick up their phone and be like, okay. And that's the thing is they're going to put all the bad news about that person, about that case. You're not going to stop them from seeing or watching it, you know?
Right. And I can definitely relate to that because in my case, I've talked about it on my channel before. I had an aggravated murder charge.
Mm-hmm.
And my attorney told me, by law, you would beat this. You would beat this. He said, but by the jury not knowing the law, they're gonna find you guilty. So that go far as like being tried in the public.
Yeah.
You know, and I think a person should be judged. It should be different than a person being judged by their peers. I'm thinking the people who judge you should at least know something about the law.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of times they don't like lawyers on the case.
Right. And
But they will want police officers.
they tell the most lies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what has the feeling been in the courtroom while some of the defendants have been taking deal? Have you been feeling? Could you feel tension in the courtroom?
No, absolutely not. I haven't seen any tension at all. I haven't seen any tension.
So as far as the hip hop community and people in general who do break the law, do you think this serves as a good example as far as your friends turning on you, your friends telling on you?
Well, we'll see when the case comes. I have no opinion on that one. I don't know. But that's why if you're gonna do a crime, do it by yourself.
Right. That's basically what I was looking for. Yeah. If you do something, you definitely got to do it by yourself.
Exactly. If you're gonna do a crime, don't tell nobody. Don't let them know anything.
So far from what you have seen, do you think Young Thug's lawyers are doing a good job?
Mr. Steele is a beast. He's a beast. And I see him doing a lot of preparation for just in case there's an appeal.
Right.
And he's gotten some things thrown out, some major stuff thrown out, which is pretty good.
Right. And I think a lawyer always have to set up a back door for an appeal because it can go anyway. No matter how good it may be looking to you, you never know what that jury gonna say or do.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's about the jury. And then here's the thing, what's happening now, because they're doing the jury selection, right? And they it's supposed to be 600 jurors that they gotta go through. A lot of the jurors do not want to serve. You know why? Because the time frame of this trial, it's gonna be an enormous hardship for them. 6 to 9 months of sitting down every day in the same spot and just listening to some boring testimonies and all this all day. I guarantee you a lot of them going to fall asleep.
Yeah, they are. And
they're going to be so bored, frustrated. And I don't think they're going to have a good, like real intense intention being paid to a case like this because it's so long. You're going to just get like, I get you in school. Like you can't wait till you get out. You're like, okay, I got 1 more month, 2 more months. Okay, it's almost free time. And it's like, it's going to drag out and people's attention span is not going to be there at all.
And I think that also might play a part in their verdict decision. Because some of them might just say something just to get it over with and get out of there. They've been in there so long.
Yeah, I think so.
So what else you gonna have coming up on your channel? You got any other cases you've been looking at, or you just going
Yeah,
into
I have quite a few. I have this young lady, a case in Chicago, which is a federal state, of this young lady who killed her mother in the country Indonesia. She served 8 years in jail. Her and her boyfriend did it. They killed the mother, put her in a suitcase, and then turn around. She got out. She had a baby while she was in jail. She got out. While she was riding back to the state, they arrested her right there in O'Hare, and they charged her for because she went cross state line, country line, and they arrested her because she only got 8 years when she was in Indonesia, and they feel like she needs to get more.
Wow.
Yeah. So that case starts in July 2023. So I look forward for doing that one. And then there's a couple of local ones that I plan on. Of course, YFN Lucci, his
Right.
case is going to start. And I got a chance to go down and do some of the hearings down there. I didn't report on it, but that is another case that I'm going to attend.
I know you said you hadn't done much research in it, but I just wanted to know if you had any thoughts on it. I wonder how did Young Thug's case go to trial before YNF Lucci's, and Lucci had his way before Thug's.
I know. He's been in there, I think, 3 years now, right?
Yeah, it's going on a while, yeah, because he had even got out on bond and ended up going back.
Yeah.
Did you do any follow up on the Tory Lanez trial?
No, I didn't do that one because everybody was doing that one. So it's like, and plus it was all in California. Their system is hard to get in to try to look up the case and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, let me just listen to what other bloggers are doing, because that was just way too far for me.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to try to answer. I want to try to at least get pay attention to the viewers. I know it's really too early to tell, and I don't think they are. But I want to ask your opinion. Somebody want to know: do you think Young Thug would take a plea at the last minute?
Do I think he would take a plea? Absolutely not.
I don't even think they would. I don't even think they would give me one far from what the prosecutor has said about wanting the leader or the so-called leader. I'm not calling
Yeah. And this is the first time the state of Georgia has done a case this large. So they're very, very confused in how to go along with this. So I think they're learning as they go.
But one thing I can say from watching this, and I asked you about the R. Kelly trial, and I said, do you think that they was using the Chicago state case as a net to get him if he beat the New York one? Young Thug, they got a state case. And you would wonder, like, why isn't that a federal case? But that gun that they accused, the machine gun they are charging him with of having, the machine gun they accused him having had a what they call a switch on it. And that's automatically a Fed case. So what I think they're gonna do is, I think the Fed's gonna pick it up.
You think so?
I really think so.
But wouldn't the Fed have picked it up from the beginning?
See, this is what happened. Here where I'm from in Ohio, what they'll do is a guy catch a gun case, a convicted felon. You're not supposed to possess a gun as a convicted felon. If you possess a gun as a convicted felon, it's a Fed case. So what they'll do, you'll get caught with a gun. You'll go to court. They'll let you out. 4 or 5 months later, what happened is the Feds will pick the case up.
Oh.
So wouldn't they do that at first? It seemed like they would, but also again, that's a safety net. Now we got to remember who we're dealing with, how dirty and corrupt they are. Okay, we're gonna try, because this was my whole thinking of it. I think the reason they charged him with a state case versus a federal case was to charge him with the state case. Let's see how that play out. And if it didn't play in their favor, the Feds will see everywhere where the state messed up to correct it when they picked it up to ensure they get a conviction.
Oh, wow.
And I also believe that's what's going to happen too. Also, because them guys that's that deep.
But didn't they say that the whole gun one, they had to throw it out because
They had to go in
search
the house.
warrant wasn't good, so that still is in effect for federal as well, because
Right.
the law is the law.
And then the guys that's taking the plea deals, we have to realize how deep they were in the street. As far as me being a guy that used to be in the streets, there's no way in the world that I'm gonna be that deep in the streets, go spend 4 or 5 months in jail, get out, and be a good citizen on probation. So I think the government, I think the state, basically they won all the way around because they're gonna get the guys that testify and they're gonna eventually get them back in jail because some they gonna violate.
15 years, that's a long
Yeah,
time if you're
that's a lot
not
of time.
living clean now.
Right. And then by you being considered being in a gang, okay, if you do get out, get your job, do the right thing, them guys they still gonna have to carry a gun because their life's in danger, and then there you go again, convicted felon carrying a gun if they get caught with it.
Yeah. You're right. So it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, right?
Yeah, it is, and that's why I was asking you think it was like a wake up call for people because it definitely is. That right there, that I think that shocked the world.
Yeah.
And then for your friends and people he was feeding, to turn on you like that. But guys don't want to do that time in jail.
Yep.
When I had my case, I don't call them co-defendants, but it was 2 people with me, and they just knew it was 2 people with me because that's what the witnesses said. But the 2 people that was with me, they never did a day in jail because I didn't tell them who they were.
Oh,
Working on that.
Sorry.
So it's basically different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. You're not a snitch, right?
Oh no, and plus I done cleaned my life up now, and I'm away from that stuff. But no, but see the thing about that, and I'm so glad I'm so glad I'm done with that, is because times have changed so much, and the world is so backwards.
Mm-hmm.
People don't even know how to define what a snitch is now.
Yeah.
And it's hard to believe a person would say, "Man, if somebody killed your mother, killed your brother, killed your sister, for you to keep a code to the street, you wouldn't tell who did it." When honestly, you know what I'm saying, people don't know they would. That's why everybody who said they wouldn't snitch, them be the ones who do snitch.
The snitch, yeah.
So how have you been enjoying keeping up with the trials?
Oh, I love it. I'm in my element. I am in my element. I just love it. And it's like I get up early in the morning. I'm just ready to go. I love it. I love it. I love just being in the midst of it, just taking all the information in, learning and interacting with the people and finding out how they feel. And in fact, I even got some of the attorneys' cards, but I won't bother them until the case is over with. But I have it. I'm ready on speed dial. So once it's over, I can have interview them and see how it works and take pictures and all that stuff.
Right. So when R. Kelly's appeal do start back up, will you be there for that one?
Yeah, but you remember with appeals, it's only briefing and it's not like public. It's going to be online. But as far as I don't think individuals are allowed to briefings. I haven't seen that done.
Those just are for the motions, but when an appeal hearing is officially granted, it'd be like a whole new trial.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely be covering that. If the whole new trial, they don't just throw it out. I'll definitely be covering that back.
Well, that's good. Like I said, I had stumbled across your channel. I liked what you was doing. You was right there in the midst of it, giving a fair analysis of it from how you were seeing it, not being biased. And I just wanted to reach out, let people hear your story, hear what you was doing, and how it actually is to be in the courtroom. Because here on social media, people will be in the comments and they feel one way and say one thing, but have no idea how it feels really to be there in the pit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
one of the questions I had asked Mr. Williams, Jeff's father, was what did he think about what the bloggers are doing? And it's like these people are putting up so much lies. They're taking one little piece that somebody may tweet out, and then they make a whole story, and it's not the facts. It's not what happened in court, you know? And it's pretty sad that people will continue to keep spreading lies, you know?
And it could be, and like we said, it could be very, very damaging.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So besides the young lady you say was from Chicago coming up, that's the only trial you had been looking at coming up?
There's another one. But it's a local one, and I don't know yet. I have to look it up and see. I don't know yet. But as far as any celebrities, I don't know if any that I'm interested in doing.
Right there, celebrities it's really not too much more. The only thing we really got coming up is Tory Lanez sentencing, the rest is YSL, and
But remember the Lucci one. I'm gonna do that.
The Lucci one, yeah.
The Lucci one. I'm gonna do that one.
And then other than that, we really don't have any more high profile case like that coming up.
I hope not.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I hope you keep it up and keep going. For the people who don't know you, where can they find you at?
I'm on every platform as Infamous Sylvia. Every platform. Twitter is Infamous Sylvia. IG is Infamous Sylvia. What do you call it? TikTok is Infamous Sylvia, and here Infamous Sylvia. My Facebook is Sylvia, but I don't really do anything with that one.
Right, and then for your YouTube channel, besides keeping up with the court, what other type of content do you do?
I do right now. I haven't done it in a while, but weight loss is one of the things that's my forte. I do affirmation, prayer, and affirmation. I believe in changing your whole mindset by the words that come out of your mouth. So I've been applying it. And it's been changing my life, definitely. So, but I still have hiccups now. Not perfect.
Right.
I have hiccups. Emotion gets in the way, but I do that in the mornings. Prayer and affirmation.
Okay, for the people out there who not subscribed, go through and subscribe to Infamous Sylvia's channel. Go through, check out our content, hit the like button, follow on all social media platforms. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I mess that word up every day. I appreciate you for coming through, and I'll definitely be in your live the next time you go live.
Thank you, and also I will send you the Metropolitan information. I had a letter I just recently. Well, I guess I must have mailed it. I had an envelope with his address on here, and I don't see it, but I think I mailed it off already because I try to send him a letter as often as I can.
Okay, whenever you find it, just send it to me, and I'm gonna put it in the description of this YouTube video.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye, guys. See you later. Bye.
Thank you, all the Sylvia's people that came through. We appreciate it over here. I'm gonna talk to y'all in a minute. All right, y'all. That was Infamous Sylvia. Like she said, she keep up with a lot of celebrity trials and high-profile trials. I'm gonna just say, well, in the Midwest. Like I said tonight, I'm gonna have Jason DBKS Hampton on the show, talking about his new animated movie that just dropped January the 6th called F Child Support. And his last movie that came out got my hustle up, and he has 4 new movies coming out. So come back and check in with me at 9 o'clock for him. Thank y'all for coming through, man.